All right, everybody. Welcome back to So What's the Deal? Y'all know it's y'all boy Solo Foe. Today I'm going to be doing the NFL wins and losses. We starting up the playoffs. It was a wild week 18. We had a couple. We seen who all got booted. Seattle didn't make the playoffs. We seen all of that good stuff. But today I'm going to be talking about who I have the best feelings for, who I feel like is going to win. Whatever. Um, so I'm gonna kind of go off of FanDuel. I'm gonna go just straight down. Usually, it should be the main time and main time cards. We'll start with Houston versus the Texans. I really like C.J. Stroud this year. C.J. Stroud this year really would be my rookie of the year, and C.J. Stroud would actually be my MVP if I had to give it to a quarterback this year. But he had a couple games where he had to sit out. I think that hurt his MVP chances. So I believe Lamar should get it in his place. Not that big of a Dak Prescott fan, so that might be a little biased there for me. But back to it, Joe Flacco's been playing hot here lately. He's got Njoku. Last week he had Amari Cooper sit out with a leg injury or whatever. So honestly, in this game right here, I'm gonna take the Browns, even though it's a home game for the Texans. I just like the way that Flacco's playing. He's playing like he doesn't have to worry about anything. He's playing like he doesn't have a care in the world or whatnot. I will say this Texans defense, I believe it's D'Amico Ryans, but this Texans defense is great right now. They're playing well. That he's got C.J. Stroud firing on all cylinders, but right now you just can't beat the Browns defense. The Browns defense is the one defense that I'm worried about taking out Lamar. I'm rooting for Lamar to win the playoffs this year, the championship this year, the Super Bowl this year, but the one team that I could see giving them a real issue is the Cleveland Browns and, of course, the Niners, but that's not here right now. We'll talk about that in the future. The Texans, the Texans will play tough. I do expect it to be a close game. I do not expect it to be a blowout by far. I just expect it to be a low scoring game, maybe 20 to 17, 21-17 type of the score. I don't see it being anything crazy. Like I said, Joe Flacco's playing great right now, so you can't. I'm gonna ride with the hot hand. C.J. Stroud, he needs more weapons. Tank Dell went out. I'm gonna kind of let that be. But I'll be watching C.J. Stroud in the future. So we'll start with the Dolphins and Chiefs. I'll be honest. I think the Dolphins drew a bad matchup. It's going to be cold, and I don't want to be one of them people that's like, hey, it's going to be cold, and they're a warm team, but I will say it's going to be cold, and they are a warm team. I hate to do it to Tyreek Hill. He's been balling this year. Tua, not the greatest Tua fan, but Tua does his job when Tyreek is on the field. Rashee Rice for the Chiefs. He's got a case of the drops. One of my favorite receivers that came out of college this year was Rashee Rice. I really was hoping that he fell to a decent team. He fell to the perfect team. He's got to put it together. This game, he can't have drops. We need to see him and Mahomes on the same page because the Chiefs and Andy Reid are trying to force him to be that receiver. They're forcing him to on occasion. I believe it was last game or the game against Cincinnati. He went off for 127 yards or something like that. We need to see that in these playoffs, especially against this first team. Tyreek, he comes from the Chiefs, so Tyreek's gonna show up to play. I just need Rashee Rice to come out and play as well. Who do I believe is going to win this matchup? I really got the Chiefs to really just keep it straight and cut dry. I don't think the full team is ready for that. I love Devon Achane. He's been playing. He's been balling. That was my favorite pickup this year. I picked him up in the second round of my fantasy team. I'm happy. I'm happy he fell to me. But this one, another game. I don't know so much about being close. I kind of might. I'd see this game being a 31-24 type of game. 21 something ish like that in the area for Miami. I don't think they're not going to move the ball at all. I don't think there's going to be that type of situation. But I just believe in Kansas City, you're going to have Travis Kelce come back out. I believe that Andy Reid's going to open the playbook and stuff like that. So 31-ish, 32-ish for the Chiefs 24-21 for the Dolphins. Just chalk it up as a good season. Y'all got something to build off of next year. Hopefully Tyreek sticks around for a little bit longer. Next game, we're going to go with the Bills and the Steelers. Honestly, this should not be a close game. I know I'm looking at right here on FanDuel, they're saying a 10-point game. It should be that plus more. The Steelers, they came on in the end of the season. They got Mason Rudolph out there playing. He's got George Pickens out there playing. And the defense is the defense for the Steelers. But the only thing that can't happen in this game is solely dependent on Josh Allen. We have to have consistency from Josh Allen. The Steelers right now are going to make the Bills pay for mistakes. So Josh Allen just has to go out there and win the game. 1 turnover is fine. 2+ turnovers, I don't see this as a win at all. Chalk it up as a good season for the Steelers. They weren't supposed to make it. Then they was supposed to make it. They sent everybody on a roller coaster. But the Steelers is the Steelers under Mike Tomlin. Hopefully, I don't like people advocating and voting for him to have his job taken from him. It's not fair for somebody that's out there putting in consistent work every single year. He does need that thing that sends him over the top. But hey, we just got off of Big Ben 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We need a little bit more time. But like I said, the Bills should win this game relatively easy. If I gave a score for it, let's go same thing with the Chiefs, about 30 to like 14, because that Bills defense has been playing well, but I don't want to underdo what George Pickens and Mason Rudolph has been doing here lately. So, 14 to 31-ish. I don't see this really relatively being a close game as long as, like I said, Josh Allen comes out and does his job. All right, this is the one upset alert that I have for this entire wild card week. The Green Bay Packers going to the Cowboys. The Green Bay Packers have won, I believe it's 9 out of 10 games against the Cowboys, and I know a lot of that is with Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to put that history thing on it, but they really have Jayden Reed out there playing. Jayden Reed, another pickup for me in the Dynasty Leagues. I like the way he's playing. Jordan Love has came along. At first it looked kind of rocky at the beginning of the season, but as of right now, it's looking up for the Green Bay Packers. So even if it's not this year, they have the youngest offensive roster there is in the NFL, and it might just be the youngest roster period in the NFL. If they get them some veteran talent, if they get them a couple more players, I can see the Green Bay Packers start to take over once everybody else goes down on their downslope. The Cowboys should win this game. I don't know if they will. I'm not saying anything about the Cowboys curse, and I'm not saying anything because I don't believe in all of the hooplas and hooplas. I just think the Green Bay Packers are playing hot right now. I don't know if I see this being a 7-point game, 8-point game from what FanDuel has it. I can't promise that. What I see, maybe Dallas walks off with like a field goal or a field goal plus. Like somewhere between maybe not 6 points. 6 points is too much. I see this being a 3 to 4 point game. I don't know. The Green Bay defense isn't the Green Bay defense of a couple years ago, but what we're looking at. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta check the Facebooks, my guys. How often you gonna be doing this, bro? I will be doing this a lot. I'm sorry, I'm switching between the pages. I am gonna be doing this a lot. I got another page called So What's the Deal? I'm gonna be bouncing around. I'm gonna be getting started really heavy on the FanDuel picks. I'm gonna be doing all of that type of stuff. I'm gonna do mock drafts. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things. Right now, I'm just getting a feeler for everything. I got a couple skits that I'm doing, so everything's just getting rounded off. But beginning these playoffs right now, I am going to be getting more consistent in my So What's the Deal, if that answers your question. I'm looking forward to putting out a lot of content for everybody. So, Thank you for comment and stuff like that, and I hope you do stay tuned. Ravens going to the Super Bowl. That's my pick. Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, for my opinion. That's my personal belief. I think they're just the best team in the AFC right now. The closest team right now to beating them right now is the Browns, because that's a divisional game. We all know how divisional games go. Divisional games are just a scary game. But the next hottest team that could beat the Ravens is maybe the Bills. I don't see it out of the Chiefs. The Chiefs have too many problems this year. That the Rashee Rice drops, Valdez Scantling, where is he at? Sky Moore, who is he? Kadarius Toney. I don't. While we're on this subject, I don't know what happened with Kadarius Toney, but Kadarius Toney should be the player with the least. Kadarius Toney should be the player with the least amount of pressure on him. But Kadarius Toney, I just don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I hope that the Chiefs get a number one receiver. Hopefully they trade for like a Devontae Adams or something like that. But they got to do something, because Rashee Rice isn't a number one yet. He needs some veteran presence, the way that Amari Cooper did for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, he probably was going to be a GOAT receiver regardless, but whatever with that. But at the same time, like I said, I will be doing this a lot more now that the playoffs is here. So once the playoffs end, I'm going to get onto my mock drafts and everything like that. But thank you. I hope you do stay tuned. I really do appreciate, you even stopping in on the comments. My bad, I got to switch between, both to actually keep up. But back to the Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, Cowboys should win this game by at least 3 to 4 points. But I will say this is my upset alert for everybody if there is any upsets. But I'm going to move on to the Lions and the Rams. I'll be honest with this, y'all. I don't know why the Lions are favored right now. If somebody could explain to me why the Lions are favored, and right now, I'm not a Lions fan. I'm a Patriots fan, as y'all can see. But I'm not a Lions fan, but I do like what Detroit has going on. Detroit is going to be the it team in like 2 years. I really do see them. A lot of games are going to have to go through Detroit's stadium. So let's get ready for that. But right now, the Rams with Sean McVay, I don't understand why this line would be a 3-point dog. And I know you get 3 points for being the home team, but I just can't see it. They just lost what's his name? Sam Laporta. Gibbs, the NFL has figured Gibbs out. Dan Campbell, you have to stop sending Gibbs off on this side catch thing. Send him upfield a couple yards and tell him to turn around and catch. They're hitting him in the backfield every time he touches the ball. I don't know what the strategy is on defense. I've never been a defensive-minded football fan or anything like that. But every time Gibbs get the ball, it looks like the defense specifically says, we're going to let everybody else beat us. But Gibbs is not going to be the one to beat us. He's not going to kill us for a 34-yard run. He's not going to do none of that. We'd rather give it up over top to Sam Laporta. We'd rather give it up over top to St. Brown. But they're not, I don't know, the NFL has figured out this little out pass that y'all keep doing to Gibbs. He needs to go upfield if y'all going to use him in the outfield. And honestly, right now, the Lions, y'all have to ride the hot hand. I don't know why y'all do not ride this man Montgomery. I get it that y'all were matching their shares and stuff like that, but right here, right now, if y'all have any chance at beating the Rams, what they need to do is ride Montgomery, because Montgomery is actually the hot hand. And they had a lot of come-outs. Josh Reynolds and what's the other guy? I can't remember. Khalif Raymond. Y'all have had a lot of luck. Hopefully y'all get Jameson Williams back. I know he hurt his ankle. But right now, what y'all need to do is y'all need to ride Montgomery. I don't care, live and die by him right now. But y'all got Puka Nacua coming to y'all house. That might be y'all next Devontae Adams right there. That might be y'all next Justin Jefferson right there. The league, I don't know if they're ready for what Puka Nacua's got coming. Stafford, you know who Stafford is. If he's got a receiver, he's going to feed him the ball, a la Megatron, a la Cooper Kupp. If he's got a hot hand, he's going to ride the hell out of that hot hand. I believe Nakua had like 100 yards the last couple games of the season. No, he may have had like a 40-yard game or something like that. I'm just trying to go off of memory, y'all, because I ain't trying to make this video too long. But at the same time, with the way Kyren Williams is running that ball, I don't know how, especially with the way that the Detroit secondary is giving up 100-yard receivers since CD and stuff like that. Man, y'all can't have that. Justin Jefferson killed y'all for 100 yards twice. Like I said, CD came into y'all house, killed y'all for 100 yards. Y'all can't have nobody come into y'all house and kill y'all for 100 yards over the top. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Y'all got a problem with that Kyren Williams kid. That Kyren Williams kid is about to come and kill y'all through that middle. Y'all going to have to find a way to fix two problems at one time, and I don't know if y'all got it. How their three-point overs, I have no clue. The Dallas game versus the Packers, I have that being like a 24 to 27, 28, all the way up to 30. So 7 may be good on the points on that. But with this Lions game, I do see it being a scoring game. I believe the score will be like somewhere between 21 to 28. Rams getting. I don't see this being a relatively close game. The Rams are going to beat them by a touchdown. And like I said, I've been rooting for the Lions all year. I hope that they somehow get this problem with their secondary together. But you can't fix one and, hold up on the other. Dan Campbell, you're going to have to find something. You're going to have to do something. Last game. Eagles versus the Bucks. Man, I'm sorry, Eagles. Y'all had a string of bad luck on top of the fact that y'all had a string of bad luck on top of the fact that y'all just lost AJ Brown and y'all haven't been playing good already. I just don't know. That defense has not been playing well lately. I'm gonna have to say, I kind of see the Bucks upsetting the Eagles, and I don't even know if it's an upset. Baker's been playing well. He's been trying to get the ball to his receivers. Godwin got a lot of catches last game. I'm pretty sure he's going to get Mike Evans back involved this week. Rashad White. Not Rashad White. What's his name? Yeah, Rashad White. He's been playing hot these last couple games. They're riding him in the past game too. So I don't know, man. Y'all got an issue, and I think it's too late for y'all season. Hopefully, y'all can somehow string it together because the Bucks ain't great, but their defense, I don't see how with y'all offensive struggle goes out there and stops the Bucks. And then on top of that, y'all defense ain't been playing good this here lately. I don't know, man. I don't even know if this is going to be a close game, to be honest. I don't see it being a crazy blowout, but I'm going to go low scoring. 10 to 21. 10 to 17. I don't know how the Eagles pull it out. And honestly, I'm happy for Baker. Hopefully he found a home in Tampa. But for the Eagles, I'm sorry for y'all string of luck. Y'all might want to take the dog on this one. And I ain't saying this in an upset alert because I think we all have the same feeling. We just seen what the Giants did to them. But, these are my projections for this week in the wild card. Hopefully y'all guys, enjoyed this topic. I'm going to get on more sports podcasts and do more of this. I'm going to get into a lot of different things here in the future. But like I said, thank y'all for watching. Hope everybody has good luck. So I'm going to put out my bets closer to the games. Appreciate everybody for watching. Stay tuned. And love y'all. Thank y'all.